There you go. Why bother with shop bought bread when you can have a nice crusty loaf? Look at that for real quality bread. Look at that. That is superb. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, Auntie's bloomers. We're making 2 bloomers. Nice straightforward recipe. You know, the bread shop only had sandwich bread and I want a nice bloomer. I want some crusty bread. I'm making it. In here, I've got 500 grams bread flour, 500 grams all-purpose flour. You know, on this channel, I like to mix both for that bread chew and a really delightful soft crumbs. My choice. You can make it all with bread flour. And if you don't have bread flour, you can make it all with all-purpose plain flour, which will give you a very soft crumb. That's up to you. So I'm using the stand mixer. That's a stand mixer bowl. This is both our flours in there. That's salt in there. Now I'm going to give it a mix. Now they do recommend keep the salt to one side. Don't mix it with the yeast. But you know, I've never done that, to be honest. That's our yeast. That's just a light on the top. That is oil. And that is our water. In there. That goes on the stand mixer. Quite a lot here, look. Dough hook on and lift up. Now we just want to be nice and steady. Bring it all in, and then we're going to knead for 8 minutes. You can do this all by hand. It's a heck of a lot of work, but it can be done. You knead for 10 minutes. Okay, that's had enough time. This looks like a very tacky dough. Very tacky. You know, but it is raining outside, so that will have a full effect on the flour hydration. Let's have that off there. So what we're going to do is a little bit of flour on our work surface. It's a bit tacky, this one. We're going to just have to bring it in. A bit of flour on the hands. Oh, it's very tacky, look. All the people that make bread have seen this before, you know. Depends on the weather and the hydration and everything else. It's raining outside, so we just have to bring this in by hand. There you go. Just 2-minute job. In a bowl, and we're going to cover it for about 1.5 hours until it doubles in size. Take our trusty baking bag, and there we go. Right, come on, let's have a look in here. Oh, I think that's good enough. Right, we need to drop that out, and we need to divide it into 2. So let's just drop that out of there. On there. Nice and straightforward. A bit tacky that look, but not to worry. A little bit of flour on our hands. Right, we want to divide that into 2, and we don't have to worry about weight. So let's just split that. Okay, now what we need to do, because we're making a bloomer, we want to make an oblong. Okay, I'll just put a little bit of flour on here. We're working with a tacky dough today. So we've got this, look, that'll do, and then we roll it up tight, roll it up tight, like that. So what we do is we just nip the seam together like that. And they say just roll the ends a little bit down, so you end up with this characteristic rise and tail. And then we take a lined baking tray, and that goes on there seam side down. Now we're going to make a long loaf here. It should come up to like this, that'll be fine. I'm going to make two. So we'll go for something like that, and then we just make sure it's square, and we just bring that in nice and tight over the top. And again, where we've got the seam, give it a nice little squeezing together. Roll out the ends. There you go. Nice and straightforward. That's our bread. Okay, it's going to rise up, not a problem. And we just need to cover it with a bag. Just cover it back up again, let it rise. Nice and straightforward, isn't it? Grab your bag or a cover, and we're going to cover it. We're going to cover it for about another hour. That's it. We just clear away another hour and we'll be ready to go. Now my oven's on for 220 degrees. It's heated up. I've got a little bit of water in this tray, and I'm going to put this tray on that shelf, and then when we prep our bread goes above it. So we'll just put that in there. And that's going to create sort of a steamy effect inside the oven. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, I think that's good enough. There you go, there's our bread. Right, what we're going to do is lightly dust it with some flour. So it's nice and straightforward. Now you can, I mean, these things are going to rise and they're going to join together, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to pull them apart. Come on. So we want a little bit of dusting of a flour on there, and then we're going to slash these with a baker's lame. Well, you can use a knife or a razor or anything, you know. So take yourself a blade, a razor, baker's lame or a knife. This is going to open up there, look, but that doesn't matter. And we want to put some little slashes in there. Nice and straightforward, like that. That's it. It's as nice and straightforward as that, and then we chuck that in the oven. So let's get that in there. Come on. That's in the oven for about 25-30 minutes. And when you've had enough time, I think they look fantastic. Come on, look at those. There we go. Fabulous. Absolutely beautiful bread. And we knew it was going to join together in the middle there. We're not bothered about that. Just let it cool down and we'll rip it apart. There you go. Why bother with shop bought bread when you can have a nice crusty loaf? Sounds hollow. There we go. That's our loaf. Nice old-fashioned crusty top. Oh yeah. Look at that for real quality bread. Look at that. That is superb. And I've got to do that crust first. Look at that on there. Some fresh butter. Oh, real butter on warm bread. Fabulous. Oh yeah. That is truly beautiful bread. You can't beat fresh bread. There's absolutely no way. You've got that smell, that aroma. It makes you want to eat it. And then when you actually get quality like this, I mean, that is real quality. And we haven't done anything. Come on. It's just done its own thing. There's no milk in here. It's water. It's cheap to make. Why buy? Make your own. So there you go. Fantastic crumb. Soft, delicious, crispy crust. Look at that. Superb. Now I don't know about you, but bread and butter, you can't go wrong. Fantastic. There you go. So easy to make. A couple of bloomers. Really simple if you like what we're doing. Share with your friends and tell them how easy it is to make their own bread. Come on. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and we'll catch you in the next video. Amazing.